channeling a message for you, I got a football crowd chanting, "Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?" I know they are what they are. I can't control those. But it got me thinking about you, lovely Cancerians, and this is your February reading, okay? 2026. Yeah, and it's weird because it's raining at the moment outside, and I'm a water sign too. I think we like rain, but you get rain as your card, okay? So where are you? You're standing in the rain, okay? Purification, cleansing, renewal, the release of emotional baggage. Now, do you remember back along when we did a little kind of survey about Cancerians and shoes? Let me know, say hi in the comments, or drop a shoe in the comments. There's loads in the emojis, aren't there? And I asked, because I know Cancerian people close to me who don't get rid of their shoes. And I asked you about this and I was freaking inundated. It was like, yes. It was like some sort of confession time. I've got an old smelly pair of Uggs and I can't let go. This is what it is to be a Cancerian. This is why you're good people to marry, okay? Because you keep things in an inner circle. If you look with the pincers, right? I loved it. It's my crab impression. Do it with me, come on. I've had some coffee, what can I say? I think I just winked at you then as well, I'm sorry. The pincers are good because you move like left field, people can't see you coming, but also you keep things safe. Hermit crabs can't do without a shell. They'll go and find an old Coke can. It's like they find a roof for their home. And that's what you do for other people. And it's ultimately, I think, what drives a Cancerian themselves is kind of safety, finding some kind of shell for themselves, for their emotions, for a situation that's going on at the moment. When we've got rain, it's weird because it suggests that you're kind of exposed and that you need to be. And that there is something, because I also got, when I was putting the cards on the table and setting everything up, what are you holding on to? And I thought, oh God, it's such a cliche for Cancerians to ask what you're holding on to. But do you know what? Stuff it. That's the other kind of channeled message that you're getting. So rain washes a lot of things away. It has this wonderful purification. I don't know about you, but I feel better. And do let me know about that in the comments. Are you going out, Ibble? I feel better when it has rained. There you go, sweetheart. My cats go nuts when I do readings. Go on, sweetie, off you pop. All of a sudden, the cat flap is the most interesting thing. Yes, I am butler holding open the cat flap for my cat at the moment, who has a thing that could automatically do it for herself. And she's like, I don't think so, actually. I think I'll just stay here. Anyhow, so the rain comes, it soaks, it washes everything away, it smells of nitrates, everything feels better, but it's not always pleasant being rained on. I think there's a situation, let's throw some tarot. I think there's a situation you may have been trying to put off or avoid because you didn't want to get rained on, like emotionally. Let's put that one there. Oh, for the love of God. Go on. What can I say? Animals. We all love them. There's nothing I wouldn't do for them. Oof. Four of Wands. The hidden portal. Something you can't see, something lucky, something that's kind of divine timing. But unless you do whatever this purification ritual is, or unless you're open to change, unless you're open to opening the pincers and letting something go, you may miss this. And that would be a tragedy. That would be annoying. No, more than annoying. That would be important. Yes. Now, look. Four of Pentacles, not a card we would normally associate with Cancerians because it's Sun in Capricorn, which is your opposite sign. Now, when you get a card that represents your opposite sign, think about pulling in a different direction, an opposite direction. Capricorns, I can tell you, they're very good at knowing what to hold on to, and if they don't need to hold on to it, they can get rid, okay? You need to have the mentality of somebody who's very decisive, even if you're not. I know that, you know, a lot of Cancerians, nearly all Cancerians are empathic. And the shadow side of that, almost people pleasing, and let me know in the comments if that kind of lights something up for you. This is about 2 4s together, okay? So in order for luck and fireworks and zippity-doo-dah and all of the nice things, there is a need for you to work like you're a kind of top executive banker, like a CEO. You're like, this is good, I keep this, I bank that, you can go. Okay? You don't have to do the twirly hand gesture, but it feels pretty good, and I feel like I'm getting, you know, some of my January resolutions in. I must have burnt at least 3 calories doing that. And that equals a Mars bar. Oh, yes. Then we get a major player. Major Arcana. The Fool. Isn't the dog gorgeous on this one? The Fool. Major Arcana. The 0. The beginning card of the tarot. I like this. I would go so far as to say that the new year did not start for you on the 1st of January. I know the calendar did, but I would say you probably didn't make that many resolutions. You probably didn't feel that you were tipping over from one year energy into another year energy, because you weren't yet. I feel that this is formative, and I also want to have a look, because I'm feeling eclipse energy. Feeling it enough to put my proper readers on, not the ones that are £1.29 from the chemist, which I do have 75 pairs of, but these are my actual prescription ones. Because, yeah, here it is. Here it is, baby. Okay. We have a new moon, annular solar eclipse. I don't know why I'm going into like Magic Mike whipping mode, but obviously it's it's big for you. New moon, annular solar eclipse. Okay, on the 17th of February. I rather like that. In Aquarius. In Aquarius. Gosh. But it must be quite close to Pisces. Someone let me know in the comments. Anyway. New moon, new chapter. Your new year starts here. Okay, now you're the first sign I've done for February, so it could be that this comes up for a lot of people, but you're first, so I'm just telling you. Okay, I'm loving this. But it doesn't come easily, and it doesn't come if you're still stuck holding on to what you need to hold on to, or what you think you need to hold on to. Let us have, please, another shadow card about holding on. There will be some love. We're going to look at love and relationships in the second half of this reading, okay? But this is like your overall theme. Ooh, Cancerians, when I look at the shadow side, look what I get. I get sand, okay? This is very different. Inertia, fear, despair, and the feeling of being stuck in a situation. Where are you stuck? You finally, and I'm grabbing a pen at this point. You know me, I always think I've got one, and then I never ever have one. So I'm going to get one and a pencil in case it doesn't work. And I'm just going to make a note. I try and make a note of the important words of your reading, because otherwise I forget them. This is really important. This could have been going on for a while, okay? I'm going to take one more shadow card. you. Yes, this is just what we need, actually. God, it's amazing, actually. Look, you get ocean. This is so much more in your wheelhouse. So, depth, mystery, exploring your subconscious mind. Put these three together, right? First you get rain, then you get sand, then you get ocean. This is by far the biggest. This is by far the closest to you and where you need to be, okay? The ocean, by the way, if you think about it, of course, it's very associated with Cancerians. It's very associated with us water signs. But the ocean is a cruel mistress. She swallows things up. She takes things away. She spits things out. You know, you have a massive storm. A boat will sink the next day. It looks like glass, which, by the way, is what sand is, isn't it? I think, interestingly. I'm liking this. Okay. Tell me best way forward, please, with this Fool energy and this CEO energy and this I take no prisoners energy, which I'm also loving. Tell me the best way forward. Oh, my lovely Cancerians. I don't know if I need more than that one. You get the lovers. The lovers. Okay, seriously now. Lovers is not always about love. But I'm going to do your love, your erection section in a minute. Because I feel like we've made our point here, which is really important. But also major arcana. So we've got the Fool and we've got the Lovers. Now the Fool is 0. And what we call in Latin, ex nihilo, and I'm probably saying that wrong, comes out of nothing. Okay, so the Fool leaps into the tarot and it's like, woohoo! I don't know why I'm lassoing again. Woohoo! And then wants to just take that leap off the cliff and the dog's like, oh my God, what are you doing? But it's that kind of energy that you have when you're the Fool, like beginner's luck. The Lovers, and these don't have numbers on, and I can tell you now, I am so bad at numbers. I feel like Lovers is number 6. I feel like it's Fool. This is like, I don't have a visual kind of memory. So, Fool, Magician, High Priestess, Empress, Emperor, Hierophant, and then I think the Lovers. I think, but I could be completely wrong with that. Please let me know if I'm wrong. But it doesn't matter about the number. Think of the Fool traveling, and this is us when we're doing a tarot and I'm doing a reading for you. The Fool comes to the Lovers. And this is where the Fool then, rather than just being on this, I'm on this trajectory, realizes there are different ways of doing it. Could be this, am I going to go hither or thither, right? I love a hither and a thither. Hither or thither, because it has implications either way. So, and it's also something I'm really feeling for you, which is that this is like over the next 6 months or so. It's a longer term trajectory. This is not, you need to make a decision now, you need to make something happen now. And I can say, if you are feeling the pressure of needing to make a decision now, you don't need to make that decision now. Obviously, your decisions are your decisions and responsibility, but don't be driving it like you stole it, because that isn't the energy. This is calm energy. This is paced energy. And this is whether this is to do with your work, your life, your family, your love life, your relationships. Ain't no fire here, you know. We're trying to be the ocean. We're trying to have some sort of cycle. We're trying to be true to our sign, to regulate, to be ruled by water, to eliminate when we need to eliminate, but also to flow when we need to flow. Whew. The Lovers. Right. Yeah. Let's look at some love cards. There will be an extended love reading. I'm going to do the side-by-side you and them love reading, okay? It's where I drill down into the energy of you and someone else, or it can be an ex, could be current, could be future. Only you will know that. So if you get to the end of this and you think, I need some more, click the link underneath the video. Get on. Okay. Straight out with the Six of Cups, and I want one to go, ooh. Ooh, what's this? I've got a really weird channeled message now about your love life that I don't understand because I'm not a scientist. Can we split the atom? If anyone understands that, please tell me in the comments. Right, Six of Cups. We don't have judgment with it yet. We may get judgment in the extended, we may get judgment in this reading, we may not. So either way, the Six of Cups has this feeling of karma. I've known you before. I'm picking up on something which is kind of sweet. It's kind of homey, hometown. I'm getting the energy that I sometimes get when I'm doing a love reading and I feel like somebody is sniffing someone's t-shirt that they left at their house, you know, like this, a real kind of that kind of feeling. And the smell feels familiar and all right, you know, just this is good, this is good, this is right. So I feel like the universe is pushing you as a Cancerian towards something that is genuine, something that smells right, something that feels right. Okay. Now this can be something from the past because we have the Six of Cups, but we don't have judgment, so it doesn't have to be. But it came up with Five of Swords and the Page of Swords. Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius, holding back on emotion, playing games. It's mind games of some kind, and it can be difficult, and it can be, what's the word? It can be difficult and it can be simple. There is a detachment from emotion here. And I don't know if it's you doing it, them doing it, or the whole situation has a certain amount of strategy in it. And this can be anything from analysing text messages to being single and changing the settings on your online dating, even though hardly any Cancerians do online dating. Let me know. By the way, do hype this video if it's hitting the spots. You hit the like button on your phone, you go ka-ching, 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 like you're on Tinder, and there is a hype button and you can hype the video and I'd be most grateful. We then have Page of Swords for you. So we've got Six of Cups, we've got Five of Swords, and we've got Page of Swords. And we've got a siren going off in the background. OMG. Okay. It's getting louder and louder. Have I left the toaster on? No, because it's over there. It's on my street though. Wow. I just saw blue lights in my kitchen. Okay. I'll let you know if I know anything. We have something that's about thinking when it should be about feeling. Okay. Tell me more about this, please. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. So is that. And that. Okay, I like this. We get Temperance, which is telling us there needs to be a balance. So we do need the thinking, but we also need the feeling. Now, if I know Cancerians, and I'm a Pisces, and we have quite a lot in common in terms of being a water sign, we're all feeling. It's like feels, I'm catching feels, right, left and centre, ruled by water, get me to the ocean. Oh my God, I'm feeling. there needs to be a little bit of thinking of head ruling heart here, but also being true to the person that you really are, which is a thinking, feeling Cancerian. Okay, so finding a balance. Some of you, if it's been a bit tricky, may have veered off into strategizing or overthinking or worrying. That's very much head energy. Others of you may have been absolutely drowning in your feels. And this is asking you, whatever your situation is, whatever is going on with your love life, to keep a claw in both camps. Okay? Love doing my crab impression. Then we get the 9 of Cups, which I love, especially because you had the 4 of Wands earlier on. The 9 of Cups is saying, what does your heart desire? And really only follow this. Okay? This is almost competing energy. And at times, remember, you've got the Lovers, so you're going to be almost shifting from one thing to the other. And it comes up with the Knight of Wands, which is strong, passionate feelings, okay? Attraction, chicka chicka, woof, you know, some of that. That can sometimes make us lose our mind. I think this is what this is trying to say is, what does your heart desire, okay? But keeping a sort of administrative eye on what your heart's desire is with your mind without going off into overthinking. It's a delicate balance, okay? Thinking and feeling together. I'm liking this, but it isn't necessarily easy. I want to take a Belinda Grace, I think it is, love card at this point. Yes. We get the distorted feminine, which is interesting because she's coming out of a shell. Interesting stuff. I know it's not a crab shell, but a hermit crab would do well with that one. That would be better than a Coke can. Distorted feminine is interesting. It's about, and I would say that most Cancerians are very feminine energy, as are most Pisceans. That's when we get into the feels of it all. There's something here, especially with the Page of Swords, the 5 of Swords, where you may have restricted your feelings or strategized or used a lot of brain because you were afraid to be vulnerable by being in the feelings, because it felt threatening to your shell, to your canapé, to your home, to your need to make things safe and certain. Now, of course, love should be fairly safe, actually. You know, you should always feel safe within yourself, with someone else. That safety is really, really important, because love is safety. But there's no certainty. There's no certainty in anything, to be honest, as we know as humans, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. I don't know what the world would be like if everything was a dead cert. Anyway, it's time for you to come out of protection mode. I'm going to take a Shaman's Dream card for this. Coming out of protection mode without... How can I put this? You're coming out of protection mode, but you're not just throwing yourself into the fire, because you need certain boundaries and levels of protection, but just not perhaps quite as much as you've been thinking you needed. Oh, gosh, that's interesting. We get the Vanishing Mirror, and we get Will-o'-the-Wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows. And the Vanishing Mirror is about ego. And again, this is not I think I'm great, because Cancerians are never going to go into the I think I'm great category, because Cancerians, if anything, think the opposite of themselves normally and need some help with that. It's more your shadow side is protection. You feel the need to protect yourself, and of course you should, but not to the exclusion of allowing your heart's desire to happen. There is some element of acknowledging uncertainty about love and relationships. and welcoming it and feeling it and being vulnerable, but at the same time not holding on too hard to any level of certainty. Because whether you're in a relationship where things are uncertain at the moment, or whether you're just like anybody else experiencing love in whatever way that is, there is no certainty. There are no guarantees, you know. It's difficult for us water signs, I think, sometimes to live that reality, because we know how many feelings there are in the world and we keep feeling them all the time. And yeah, it's tough. That is tough. And the distorted feminine comes in when you start overplaying your safety measures, holding on too much, okay? Whew. In the extended reading, I am going to do you and love interest side by side, okay? This can be your ex, this can be your current person, this can be a future person. And we're going to do the bridge down the middle, which will be like a third deck, to see what unites you, what keeps you apart. We're also going to pull some shadow cards here in that, because it feels like that's important. It feels like the shadow side of this is what's driving this distorted feminine. And I'm also getting needing the masculine energy to feel safe. And I don't know what that means, okay, yet. Gonna go and put my coffee in the microwave. If you want the extended reading, it's linked below, and I will see you on the other side. Namaste.